In this week's episode of Heartland, emotions ran high as the Hudson Farmers Market became a place of tension between Heartland and Price Beef. However, the true focus was on the valuable lessons learned beyond the competition. Lyndy's sudden disappearance shook the family, serving as a reminder of what's most important in life. Meanwhile, Shane received life-altering news, Logan began a new journey, and Katie had to deal with the consequences of her choices. Want to know more? Keep watching for a recap of Heartland Season 18, Episode 8. This week's episode started with a shocking flash-forward. Lyndy went missing at the Hudson Farmers Market. Then the story rewound to the day before, showing how it all happened. Heartland Beef had won the right to sell burgers at the market, and Lou got the whole family involved. What began as a way to promote Heartland Beef's new bison burgers quickly turned into a rivalry with Price Beef, stirring up trouble. Jack was grilling, Tim was talking to customers, Shane was helping out, and even Lyndy joined in. But things took a turn when Tim learned that Nathan Price had set up his own booth across the market, giving away free burgers and stealing their customers. Nathan's move wasn't just about being generous. It was his way of getting back at Heartland for stealing the Crown Shoppers deal. He wasn't backing down easily. By pulling customers away from Heartland's booth, he made Lou furious. Lou confronted Nathan, who smugly pointed out that giving away free food didn't break any rules. He also took the chance to blame Heartland for Price Beef losing the Crown Shoppers contract, but instead of backing off, Lou got even more determined. To beat Nathan, Lou announced to the crowd that Heartland would also be giving away free burgers, steaks, and corn on the cob. This worked perfectly. Customers rushed to Heartland's booth, leaving Nathan's stand empty. Lou, Jack, Tim, and Shane had to work fast to keep up with the crowd. Though things were chaotic, Heartland had regained control of the market, at least for the moment. At the start of the day, Lyndy was excited to help at the market, but the adults brushed her off, making her feel ignored. As the competition between Heartland and Price Beef grew, Lyndy saw Jack and Tim arguing and felt sad. She quietly wandered away. When Lyndy went missing, it stopped the family's rivalry in its tracks as panic set in. The search for her reminded everyone how far the competition had gone and how it had distracted them from what mattered most. Lou, putting aside her anger with Nathan, asked him to help look for Lyndy while the others searched the market. Amy, who had been busy helping Logan at the ranch, rushed in to help too, and even the police got involved. Amy confronted Lou for letting the feud with Nathan take priority over caring for Lyndy, and Lou, feeling guilty, had no response. In the end, it was Nathan who found Lyndy at a nearby playground. Earlier, Lyndy had gone to Nathan's booth to get a burger and invited him to swing with her, thinking he looked sad. Nathan didn't join her, but later, when Lyndy went missing, he remembered the playground and found her there, sitting alone on a swing. Everyone was relieved when Lyndy was found safe. When Amy hugged her, she asked why she had wandered off, and Lyndy said she didn't think anyone would notice she was gone because everyone was too busy fighting. Lyndy's words made the family realize how much their rivalry had hurt those around them. Amy apologized to Lou for being harsh, and Lou admitted she deserved it, taking responsibility for the events of the day. The real change came when Jack, who had stayed out of the feud for most of the time, decided to reach out to Nathan and try to make peace. Jack drove to Nathan's ranch and suggested they put aside their differences and talk things through. Nathan agreed but wasn't ready to let go of the tension, saying their situation was complicated and that he would think about it. Although Jack didn't fix the conflict between Heartland and Price Beef right away, his effort led to Amy and Nathan reconnecting. When Lou told Amy Jack had gone to see Nathan, Amy feared he was blaming Nathan for Lyndy's disappearance. She rushed over but found Jack suggesting peace talks between the families. After Jack left, Amy and Nathan talked about how hard their breakup had been, with Amy helping Nathan prepare for dinner. Nathan's dad invited Amy to stay, and she joined them for the meal. Nathan jokingly said Amy was stuck there now, and Amy replied that there were worse places to watch the sunset. Despite the day's chaos and stress, Lyndy's disappearance may have unintentionally started the process of healing between the two families. This could lead to Amy and Nathan possibly rekindling their relationship. With 2 episodes left in the season, we might see both families making progress toward better relations, giving Amy and Nathan a real chance at romance. Shane's surprise visit to Heartland added an emotional twist to the episode as he faced a big life decision, torn between his career and family. When Tim came home, he brought Shane along, who had received an offer to become a partner at a top law firm in Philadelphia. It was a great career opportunity, but it would mean long hours and less time with his family. Shane came to Heartland to clear his mind and get advice from his family before making such a big choice. At first, Shane seemed excited about the offer, but he also had doubts. He shared with Tim that he was worried about how the job might affect his relationship with his wife Chloe and their future plans. He hadn't accepted the offer yet because he wasn't sure if he could balance such a demanding career with his personal life. While helping at the farmer's market, Shane suddenly collapsed after taking a call. Tim, Lou, and Jack rushed to his side, but Shane was soon awake and okay, though he might have had heat exhaustion. The real shock came when Shane revealed that the call had been from Chloe. She was pregnant. Though Shane was thrilled, he also felt overwhelmed by the news. He had always planned to start a family, but it was happening sooner than expected. The law firm offer added to his stress, making him unsure if he could handle both a career and fatherhood. In a heartfelt moment, Tim shared some fatherly advice. He reminded Shane that starting a family is never perfectly timed, but choosing family over career is a choice he's never regretted. Shane listened and, by the end of the episode, decided to turn down the job offer. He chose to focus on his family and being a present father. Shane felt relieved and happy with his decision, realizing that putting family first was the right move. It was great to see Shane back on the show, and I'm excited to see him and Chloe, along with their baby, if the show gets renewed for another season. Shane's storyline reminded us all of the importance of family, a central theme of Heartland, and it also showed how far Tim has come as a father since the early seasons. In this episode, Tim had a secret that caused some family drama when it was revealed. In the previous episode, Tim was offered an exciting job as an on-air host for a sports network covering big rodeo events. He had to fly to Dallas for an audition, but at first, he wasn't sure if he should take the opportunity, especially since Jack didn't think it was a good idea. By the end of episode 1807, Tim agreed to go to Dallas, but in this episode, we learned he lied to the family about his destination, saying he went to Stavely instead of Dallas. Amy quickly noticed Tim's lie and confronted him in the barn. Tim admitted the truth. He had been offered the job and decided not to move to Dallas full-time, but to travel back and forth for the rodeos. Amy was confused, though, since there's a rodeo every weekend, and he would still need to manage their cattle business, the rodeo school, and spend time with his wife, Jessica. Tim was excited about how well the network treated him in Dallas. They even had a limo waiting for him and gave him a fancy cowboy hat. He believed everything would work out, but the question remained. Why did Tim lie to Jack about going to Dallas? Amy had the same question about Tim's secret. Tim explained that he just wanted to find the right time to tell Jack about the new job, especially since Jack didn't approve of it. Amy warned Tim not to wait too long, as she was sure Jack would eventually notice something was off. Tim's secret began to unravel sooner than he expected when Shane mentioned Tim's new fancy white hat from Dallas during an argument between Tim and Jack at the farmer's market. Jack, already frustrated with Tim's priorities, wasn't happy to hear about the job. He accused Tim of focusing on personal goals instead of the family and their business, which sparked more tension between them. Tim defended himself, saying the job was a great chance to get back into the rodeo world, even if it meant some juggling. The argument was cut short when Shane collapsed, and Tim later learned about Chloe's pregnancy. This gave him some time to think about the importance of family and being there for his loved ones. By the end of the episode, Tim seemed torn. Although he had accepted the job, his conversation with Shane and Jack's advice about listening to his own wisdom made him reconsider if success and fame were worth the cost of neglecting his family. Tim clearly has some tough decisions ahead, needing to balance his career and family. While I'm curious to see him take the job and try being a sports network host, I'm also concerned it could strain his relationship with Jack, especially since Jack doesn't think it's the right move. While the market drama was unfolding, Amy stayed at Heartland to support Logan during his first cult starting clinic. It was exciting to see Logan's journey continue. At the start of the clinic, Logan was nervous but determined. Amy, as always, gave him some advice, reminding him to trust his instincts and take things slow. But despite his best efforts, only one person, Riley, showed up with his horse, Axel. Logan was disappointed but decided to make the most of it. Logan began by working on groundwork with Axel, but quickly moved to riding. Amy suggested taking more time with the groundwork, but Logan, eager to prove himself, rushed ahead. Later, Logan admitted to Amy that he might have been too quick, and she reassured him that he needed to be kind to himself, especially since he was still hurting from his breakup with Miley. As Logan worked with Axel, he noticed the horse might be uncomfortable due to a poor-fitting saddle. Riley explained that he had to replace the original saddle with a cheaper one to help his family. Logan, showing empathy, offered Riley practical solutions, including a list of places to buy affordable equipment and lending him a saddle from Heartland. Beyond the horsework, Riley also shared his struggles with Logan about providing for his family and the stress it caused in his marriage. Logan could relate, as he was dealing with his own breakup. He realized that his desire to compete in cult starting competitions had been about impressing Miley, not following his own passion. He decided to continue competing, but this time for himself. Amy's encouragement helped Logan make the decision, praising his natural ability to connect with both horses and people. By the end of the episode, Logan had helped Riley and Axel and also taken steps toward finding his own path. It was great to see Amy in more of a mentor role, while Logan handled the work. Now that Logan is focused on the competitions with a new purpose, I'm curious if we'll see less of him on the show. I hope he'll visit Heartland between competitions, but it seems like Amy may be back to working with horses on her own. In the final storyline of Heartland Season 18, Episode 8, Katie struggled with the aftermath of lying to Jasmine. She was still upset about being grounded and not allowed to attend the writing class. Lou, though firm in her punishment, was trying to understand Katie's side, but it was hard for Katie to see her mom in any other light than a disciplinarian. While the rest of the family went to the farmer's market, Katie stayed home, claiming she was working on her writing. In her room, though, she couldn't focus. She had sent Jasmine several texts apologizing and asking to meet up, but hadn't gotten a response. The silence only made Katie feel more guilty, so she decided to take matters into her own hands. Katie sneaked out, jumped on her dirt bike, and went to town to apologize to Jasmine in person. The meeting was awkward, with Jasmine expressing her hurt over Katie's lie. Katie explained how much she wanted to be seen as equal in the writing class, and how Jasmine's assumption of her age had made her feel empowered. Jasmine understood, but made it clear that trust had been broken, and their friendship couldn't continue. However, she encouraged Katie to keep writing and to stay true to herself. Heartbroken, Katie returned home. When Lou came back from the market, she checked in on Katie, and they finally had an honest conversation. Lou admitted that her focus on work had made Katie feel unsupported, which might have led to her lying. Lou still said Katie was wrong, but she took some responsibility for the distance between them. Lou told Katie that she had learned her lesson and could return to Jasmine's writing class, but Katie revealed that Jasmine had cut ties with her. She also shared her plan to leave Heartland and move to Vancouver to pursue her dreams. Though Lou and Katie's relationship was still strained, they made some progress in understanding each other. Katie's decision to leave for Vancouver might make it harder to fully heal their relationship, but it'll be interesting to see how things develop and how it impacts her connection with her family. Final thoughts on Heartland Season 18, Episode 8. This episode really focused on the impact of misplaced priorities, forcing the characters to reconsider what's truly important. From the drama at the farmer's market to emotional moments about family and personal growth, it was a roller coaster of emotions and events. What did you think of the episode? Do you think Heartland and Price Beef can truly reconcile? If so, how will it affect Amy and Nathan's relationship? Will Logan find success in the cult starting circuit? And what's next for Katie? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you for the next episode.